So I had the best conversation ever this morning with my boy about how technology is fucking things up in this world. And it sucks because that's how I make my living, but it's true. Think about it. Like, you get. It's just so funny because there's so many examples. So, like, when was the last time you remembered a phone number? Honestly, that wasn't a landline phone. So today at work, I asked somebody. There was a 12-year-old kid there, and I asked him. I was like, "You dating girls yet?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "How do you normally ask them out?" And his mom was there. She just starts chuckling, and I'm like, "What's so funny?" And she goes, "Tell him how you met your girlfriend." And I'm like, "All right, this should be an interesting story. He's 12. Like, those are normally funny." He looks at me and says she was in my class, and I'm like, "Oh, good. So you guys are in class together. So, like, did you ask her out in class, or like, did you send her a note or something like that?" He looks at me and goes, "I found her on Facebook and sent her a message." What? You have class with this person? He said, "Yeah, she was friends with one of my friends, so I friend requested her, and then I sent her a message and we started talking there." And I was like, "Okay, I guess I kind of get it." Like, it's because they're programmed now to not fucking to just be awkward. Like, kids are gonna be fucking awkward forever now. It's This is what we're creating. This is our generation. One day there's gonna be a fucking presidential inauguration, and it's just gonna be sent to us in a text message or some shit. Even some adults now, like, honestly, there's a 36-year-old woman that does nothing but text message me. Like, that's it, text. Don't get me wrong, if I'm at work or if I'm in the middle of doing something, I'd rather reply to you in a text message. It makes it simpler. But at the same time, like, you could call me once in a while. Like, call. And don't give me attitude if you don't like the way I respond to a text message. You don't even know the context of the fucking text message because it's text. It's letters. You can't tell if I'm happy, sad, upset, unless I put the shit in capitals and supposedly that's fucking yelling. I didn't even know that shit till like 2 fucking weeks ago. I remember when I was younger, like, when I would go to, like, the mall or something with my friends, I had to call my mom and check in. Now kids just text their parents, and their parents get mad when they don't text them back. I wish it was that fucking easy. You know why my parents had me call them? So they could hear the fucking mall in the background and know that I'm not over some girl's house. They got it so easy now. Don't get me wrong, I'm fat, so therefore I'm lazy by default. But some motherfuckers are skinny now and super fucking lazy. Watch somebody try to order a pizza from a fucking tablet. Their website was down, so they went to another fucking pizza place. Call those motherfuckers if that's a pizza. Then if they finally do go out with someone, they're fucking on their phone the whole time. Like, why are you on your phone? There's someone sitting right in front of you to talk to. Guilty of it too. I'll be in a group of friends and I may be on my phone, but if it's a one-on-one situation, that shit gets turned off or flipped over and that's it for the night until I'm done talking to this person. My ex had the nerve to ask me, why am I looking over at her phone every time it goes off? And I go, I'm not looking at the fucking phone, I'm looking at you, dumbass. I'm looking you in the face because I'm having a conversation with you. If you look up every 5 seconds, of course it's going to look like I'm looking at you because you're texting. No, I'm trying to talk to you. I take that blame too because I date young girls and everybody knows that, but whatever, fuck that. You should know better. I'm a teacher, you're going to learn. Like, fuck, man, I can't stand that shit. Or like if I'm on a long drive and the person next to me is supposed to be helping me out or fucking giving me directions or man in the stereo and you want to text the whole fucking ride, get the fuck out. I can ride by myself and talk to myself and fucking play with the radio and shit and get the directions myself. I don't need you in the fucking car. Get the hell out. You're supposed to be a co-pilot, not some body. Yo, and direct message on Instagram and fucking Facebook is crazy because girls will sit there and ask you out and then see you in public and not say shit. And it's not because there's something that they see in me in public that they don't like, because unlike females, I put all of me out there. Everybody knows I'm fat and fucking don't care. That's the other thing. Females hide so much shit on social media. Like, yes, you look pretty in these pictures after 9 million filters and half your body is not in the fucking... No one's skin looks like it's painted on. I take photos for a living. I know better. Like, I know what Photoshop looks like. I know what a fucking filter looks like. Just because you have 9 million followers on Instagram doesn't mean shit either. It just means that you're probably half naked in most of your photos. Sorry, but it's the fucking truth. And parents, I know it's easy, but stop shoving these tablets in these kids' faces. Like, I took road trips when I was younger too. I was the bad kid in the back seat, but my mom got me to shut up by saying, shut up. We used to play games in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's it's become such a, you know what I mean, such a crutch for a lot of parents. And I know I don't have kids, so I shouldn't be talking, but it's the truth. I got a 9-year-old niece and a 4-year-old nephew. I know, believe me. When they're with me, man, they get a half an hour, most maybe an hour on the tablet, and then it's got to go away. Way too much other shit I could be talking to them and teaching them or playing with them and showing them that they don't need that tablet, man. Like, you don't need that shit all the time. Yeah, and another thing, like, people end up dating and have never really met someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to. Okay, so like when I was younger, catfish wasn't a real fucking thing. Like, let's be realistic. Like, there was no Tinder, there was no Plenty of Fish, there was no OkCupid, none of that shit. I had to physically walk up to girls and ask them out or talk to them, so I knew they were real. But now people want to get so upset because they got catfish. The show's great. I mean, I watched the show and the shit is funny, but you can't be fucking mad because you were too fucking lazy to go meet someone in real life. That's your fault. I remember when you would meet a girl, get her number, call her either that night or the next day, and then that weekend you would hang out with them. Like, that's dating to me. Now you swipe right, she swipes right, y'all chat for a little while, maybe get the number, start text messaging, then try to figure something out later. I done had homies meet girls before they even talk to them on the phone. Nah, I need to talk to you on the phone to make sure you don't have an annoying fucking voice. I mean, I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but it's the truth. I'd rather date an ugly girl with a pretty voice than a pretty girl with an ugly ass voice. That shit is fucking annoying as shit. Yeah, 2 pet peeves, man. Fucked up voice and ugly feet. I don't like feet to begin with, so they can't be ugly. And I don't like people that yap off my ear anyway, so your voice can't be annoying. And when I say yap off, I mean talk endlessly about something that's not important. Not like having a conversation. Okay, I'm done. I had to get that off my chest. Once in a while. Feels good. Peace.